Hello, beloved friends. I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day so far. Today we're going to talk about something that touches all of our hearts, finding true, meaningful love that honors God. Love is one of the greatest gifts He has given us, but it's also one of the most misunderstood. In a world that often defines love by fleeting emotions or personal desires, it's important to seek a love that is rooted in faith, purpose, and God's divine plan. Together we'll explore what it means to build relationships that reflect His truth and bring lasting joy. I was recently sitting in a coffee shop watching people come and go, and I noticed something interesting. Almost everyone who walked in was either looking at their phone on a dating app, talking about relationships, or sharing stories about their latest romantic endeavors. It struck me how much energy we invest in finding love, yet how challenging it seems to be to find the right kind of love, the kind that truly fulfills us and honors God. In our modern world where dating apps and casual relationships have become the norm, many of us feel lost trying to navigate relationships in a way that aligns with our faith. The statistics are telling. Marriage rates are declining, more people are choosing to remain single, and those who do marry often struggle to maintain lasting relationships. But here's the beautiful truth. God has a perfect plan for love and relationships. Let me share something powerful from Scripture. In Genesis chapter 2, verse 18, God says, "It is not good for man to be alone. I will make a helper suitable for him." This wasn't just about Adam. It reveals God's heart for companionship and His design for relationships. Notice how God didn't create a relationship app or suggest casual dating. He created a purposeful partnership. When we look deeper at this design, we see several profound truths. First, God initiated the relationship. Before Adam even realized his need for companionship, God recognized it. This teaches us that our desire for partnership isn't just a biological or social construct, it's divinely inspired. Second, notice the word suitable or fit helper. This reveals that compatibility matters to God. He didn't create partnerships randomly, but with intentional complementarity. Think about how a key fits perfectly into its lock, each ridge and groove designed with purpose. Similarly, God designs relationships where partners complement each other's strengths and weaknesses. Third, the timing is significant. God established this pattern of relationship after giving Adam purpose and work in the garden. This suggests that healthy relationships often come after we've established our individual purpose and identity in God. When we're faithfully doing what God has called us to do, He often brings the right person into our lives. As we finally consider how God presented Eve to Adam, there was no trial period, no casual dating phase, no let's see where this goes attitude. Instead, God established a covenant relationship from the start. This pattern shows us that God's design for relationships involves commitment, intention, and sacred purpose. Consider the story of Isaac and Rebekah. Their story teaches us something profound about trusting God's timing and His ways. When Abraham's servant went to find a wife for Isaac, he didn't look for the most beautiful or wealthy woman. He prayed for someone who would show kindness and character, and God led him exactly where he needed to go. Let's unpack this story's rich lessons for modern relationships. First, look at the servant's approach. Before starting his search, he prayed specifically about God's guidance. This wasn't a vague "God bless this journey" prayer. He asked for specific signs and waited for clear direction. In our modern dating world, how often do we take time to seek God's specific guidance before pursuing relationships? The servant also had clear criteria, not based on superficial qualities, but on character. He watched Rebekah's actions at the well, observing how she treated strangers and responded to opportunities to serve. When she offered to water not just him, but all his camels, a significant undertaking requiring real effort, she revealed her servant's heart. This teaches us to look for evidence of character in potential partners' everyday actions and choices. Another powerful lesson comes from Rebecca's family. When asked about the marriage proposal, they included Rebecca in the decision-making process, showing respect for her agency while still operating within the family's protective framework. This balance of individual choice and wise counsel offers a model for modern relationship decisions. The story also shows us God's providence in timing. Neither Isaac nor Rebekah was actively searching for a spouse. They were both faithfully living their lives when God brought them together. This challenges our modern obsession with forcing relationships to happen on our timeline. Finally, observe how the relationship began with clear intention and purpose. There was no ambiguity about intentions or commitment levels. In our modern dating culture, where undefined relationships have become normal, this story reminds us of the beauty and clarity of purposeful courtship. A beautiful modern example of faith-centered love is the relationship between Johnny Cash and June Carter Cash. Before meeting June, Johnny struggled with addiction and personal turmoil, but June's unwavering faith and commitment to God played a crucial role in his transformation. What makes their love story remarkable is not just their fame, but how they prioritize their faith above all else. June refused to marry Johnny until he had addressed his spiritual and personal struggles, understanding that true love requires both partners to put God first. Johnny later acknowledged that June's faith and prayers were instrumental in his spiritual renewal. Their relationship was not merely built on their mutual success in music, but on a shared commitment to God, which became the foundation for one of music's most enduring love stories. Their journey teaches several powerful lessons about faith-centered relationships. Spiritual maturity before marriage is essential, as is the recognition that genuine love can inspire positive transformation. Maintaining strong boundaries and waiting for God's timing can lead to a more meaningful relationship. Praying for and with a partner strengthens the bond between two people, while sharing a spiritual mission can provide lasting purpose. Throughout their 35-year marriage, Johnny and June demonstrated that when God is the foundation of a relationship, it can withstand life's storms. They supported each other's spiritual growth, performed gospel music together, and used their platform to share their faith. Their love story serves as a testament to the power of faith-centered love, showing that when both partners are committed to God, their relationship can become a source of strength and inspiration. When considering a potential partner, it is important to build relationships on a foundation of shared faith and values. 2 Corinthians 6:14 states, "Do not be yoked together with unbelievers." This verse is not about judgment, but rather about ensuring unity in spiritual purpose. When two people are equally committed to following Christ, they can navigate life's challenges with a shared heart and a common mission. This principle goes beyond simply finding someone who attends church. It is about aligning spiritual beliefs and values. Just as unequally yoked oxen struggle to pull in the same direction, a relationship with differing spiritual foundations can result in tension and conflict. Spiritual alignment includes a shared understanding of biblical truth, compatible views on church involvement, agreement on raising children in faith, similar priorities in giving, and a common vision for ministry and service. Practically, this means making decisions through prayer, supporting each other's spiritual growth, and ensuring shared moral values and life goals. Challenges can arise when partners have differing views on moral issues, conflicting priorities in time and resources, disagreements about children's spiritual education, or varying levels of church commitment. Addressing these differences early in the relationship is crucial to establishing a strong spiritual foundation. Building a faith-centered relationship requires clear communication about faith values, regular spiritual discussions, and active involvement in a faith community as a couple. Seeking mentorship from spiritually mature couples, practicing forgiveness and grace, and maintaining strong spiritual standards helps strengthen the relationship. The goal is not to find a perfect partner, but to find someone equally committed to pursuing God. When both individuals are focused on growing in their faith, their relationship not only honors God, but also enhances their personal spiritual journeys. While the world may view these standards as restrictive, they actually provide the framework for deeper, more meaningful relationships. A shared faith fosters unity in purpose, values, and life direction, creating a bond that transcends surface-level compatibility. Faith-centered love is not just about romantic affection. It is about building a partnership rooted in God's guidance, ensuring a relationship that is both fulfilling and spiritually enriching. Think about these qualities in a potential partner. First, look for someone who genuinely loves God. This isn't about perfect church attendance. It's about having a real, living relationship with Jesus that influences their daily decisions and lifestyle. Second, observe how they treat others, especially those who can't benefit them in return. True character shows in how we treat the waitress at a restaurant, the elderly neighbor next door, or the child who needs help. Third, pay attention to their integrity in small things. When we're declaring bankruptcy and monopoly, are we honest about our properties? Do we return extra change when the cashier makes a mistake? These small moments reveal big truths about character. Before we focus too much on finding the right person, it is essential to talk about becoming the right person. Proverbs 31:30 reminds us, "Charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised." While this verse speaks specifically about women, its principle applies to both men and women. True attractiveness does not come from external qualities alone, but from a heart that honors God. The world often places a heavy emphasis on outward appearance, charisma, and worldly success, but these things are temporary. What truly lasts is a character shaped by faith, integrity, and a deep relationship with God. Becoming the right person means cultivating spiritual maturity, developing godly character, and striving to live a life that reflects Christ. It requires intentional growth in areas such as patience, kindness, humility, and self-discipline. Rather than solely searching for an ideal partner, individuals should focus on their own personal and spiritual development. A strong relationship with God lays the foundation for strong relationships with others. One of the most important aspects of personal growth is developing emotional and spiritual resilience. Life is filled with challenges, and a person who has learned to rely on God through difficulties is better equipped to handle the ups and downs of a relationship. Maturity in faith leads to maturity in love, allowing individuals to approach relationships with wisdom, grace, and selflessness. Additionally, becoming the right person means understanding one's purpose and calling. When individuals are secure in their identity in Christ and actively pursuing His will for their lives, they attract others who are on a similar path. Instead of seeking validation from a relationship, they find their worth in God, which enables them to enter into relationships with confidence and a healthy perspective. Finally, a person who is growing in faith and character will naturally inspire and uplift those around them. Relationships are strongest when both partners are striving to honor God, support each other's spiritual journeys, and encourage one another in righteousness. Instead of focusing solely on finding the right person, prioritizing personal growth in faith, wisdom, and character ensures that when the right person does come along, the relationship is built on a solid foundation. Here's what we can do to prepare ourselves for godly relationships. Develop your personal relationship with God. Spend time in prayer, study His Word, and learn to hear His voice. The closer you grow to God, the better equipped you'll be to recognize the partner He has for you. Work on your character. Are you becoming more patient, kind, and selfless? Are you learning to control your temper and speak words that build others up? These qualities will serve you well in any relationship. Learn to serve others. Get involved in ministry or community service. Sometimes God brings two people together while they're focused on serving Him rather than searching for love. Establish healthy boundaries. Know your values and standards before entering a relationship and hold to them firmly. It's easier to maintain boundaries from the start than to try to establish them later. Remember, there's no perfect timing except God's timing. Some of you may be feeling frustrated, wondering why you haven't found the right person yet. Others might be healing from past relationships that didn't work out. Take heart, God's delays are not His denials. He's working in ways we can't always see. As we wrap up today's message, I want to encourage you. Don't settle for less than God's best for your life. Whether you're single, dating, or married, keep God at the center of your relationships. Trust His timing, follow His principles, and believe that He has good plans for your love life. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. How has God worked in your relationships? What challenges have you faced in trying to date in a way that honors Him? Share your stories in the comments below, and if this message has blessed you, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more uplifting content. Remember, we're in this journey together, supporting and encouraging each other to live lives that honor God in every area, including our relationships. Have a blessed day, and remember, God's love for you is the foundation for all other loves in your life. God bless you.